Hi, for those who doesn't know who I am, my name is Barbara Magalhães, and I am now creating some content, motivational content to post here on Instagram and on YouTube. This is my first videos, so be gentle with me, and I do hope I will be able to inspire some of you. So I will start with some topics that I have been coming across in my studio here in London. And the first topic that I'm bringing online is a top studio that is fear. Hi, I am back. So I spoke briefly a few minutes ago about the topic that I want to talk about, that is fear. My fear is to create content, is to post out there on Instagram or YouTube or whatever platform is available out there. So a lot of us have rejection, fear of the unknown, fear of take a leap of faith, fear of being judged, and this can really block us from moving forward, and also it can really paralyze us, right? Fear is important, and if there is immediate threat, but what happens when there is not a threat and yet we just feel that in our body, in our heart? For example, right? My heart is pounding and I feel a little bit of cold in my stomach, but I'm doing it anyway. I have immediate threat, right? The worst case scenario is someone put a comment that's not nice, but that is okay because I also know there will be a lot of people that probably get inspired by it. You get it? Have you ever had to do a speech in public and you start the palm of your hand start sweating, your stomach get very sore, you're I'm gonna pass out and things like that? Well, it's normal, isn't it? But have you then taken a pause to rationalize why is that I am scared of speaking public? And ask yourself those questions. You're gonna feel that actually there's nothing to be afraid of if you rationalize, okay, what's the worst case scenario, what can happen, and you breath okay, and then try to visualize yourself out there talking in a way that is going to inspire a lot of people. Visualization. Ooh, I almost couldn't say that. Visualize. Visualize, yeah? So our brain don't know the difference between fiction and reality. So when you visualize yourself succeeding, the brain is going to be wired in that way. So instead of seeing yourself as a failure, visualize you being a badass and confronting fear. And if you have to talk in front of a lot of people, just imagine yourself going there and really giving an amazing talk, and then at the end someone's going to be clapping, and I'm here talking to you, so I'm yeah, I'm talking to you guys, and then I'm sure this video is going to reach the right person at the right moment and it's going to inspire someone, right? So I'm not focusing on what will come in a negative way. I'm more no, I can do this, and I can reach this person, that person, and it's going to be maybe the right thing that's going to motivate someone, right? In the same way that when I'm feeling a little bit low, a little bit depressed, I put some music and the lyrics of that music inspired me, or I watch a YouTube motivational speech, and that really gives me I can do this. Do you know what I mean? So when you're scared of something, visualize, take a step back, sit down in a quiet room, put some music if you wanted to, and see yourself being amazing, see yourself being successful, see yourself being inspired, because your brain doesn't know the difference between fiction and reality. So hijack your brain, manipulate it, but manipulate it in a positive way, because we are very good at manipulate our brain through negative thoughts, negative comments, especially about ourselves. Let's have a bit of self-love to us, and then start changing this narrative of fear and pushing into the negative aspect of it. let's just try to visualize something great and amazing, because we're all capable of doing that. Let's change the narrative of it, right? Instead of telling ourselves, I can't do it, let's say, well, actually, I can do it, And yeah, I'm scared, but I'll do it anyway. Well, look, I am nervous, but I can handle it. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna kill anybody, so I can handle this situation, right? And also another thing that me personally, when I feel that fear that it really, it paralyzes me, I look around. I'm like, I'm not on my own. I have my friends. I have family. Some of you even have a pet that you can just give a hug, right? So always look for someone who you can trust and you can talk to and say, look, I'm scared, because we will always have someone around us that will have our back, right? So that is one thing that you can do. Another thing that we can do, focus on the present moment, because a lot of us, I think, we get so worried and always thinking about tomorrow. Remember, today is the reality. Back then, it doesn't exist anymore, and the future is not reality. So how can you focus in the present moment? What is happening now, right? And understand, even if your current situation is not ideal, it's not gonna last forever, right? It's winter now, it's gray, but this eventually is gonna be okay. Eventually, spring will come. You're gonna see the blossom of the trees and the flowers, and eventually the glorious sun. So remember, nothing is forever. You don't have to be stuck in fear because you're constantly ruminating about what was there or thinking about what is coming. Focus on the present moment. If your fear is making you overwhelmed, what you can do, you can break down things into small things, right? In a quiet corner, and then start writing down small steps to achieve that thing that you want to achieve. By doing that, you're gonna see that actually this is not as difficult as I thought it was, right? More actions, you actually gonna move towards your task. You don't have to do everything at once, by step. And if there is something that you actually have to do at once, do what we spoke about before. Visualize, create like a character that is gonna make you feel powerful, right? Make you feel confident. Create something in your head. Give yourself a different name. My name is Barbara, but then maybe if I'm talking to you, I can always pretend I'm somebody else that I feel empowered, that I feel like I can actually do this. There is always a way. But also remember, fear is part of life. You cannot escape it. So how can we then hold hands with fear and make it fear our friend instead of our enemy? Yeah. So by looking at fear, trying to protect you, take a pause, because that's why the fear is there, right? Out of our comfort zone, as a friend instead of enemy, we can actually move it forward with confidence instead of feeling threatened, anxious, and depressed by it. Remember, this is my first video, yeah? And these are my fear of. So I do hope that our first video talking about fear can help someone out there. I will keep pushing through my fears. I will look for more content that can be inspiring. And yes, and let's see where this is going to take us. Hopefully, I will post something inspiring soon. And I would like to say thank you to you all. And until next time.